Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. First and foremost, like I always do, I want to thank you guys for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, and thank you for commenting on my videos. It definitely means a lot. Sorry I've been away. I have a lot of things going on in my life right now, which I will update you guys on in a future video. But right now, what we're going to do is something different. I usually don't do this because we have so many YouTube videos currently on YouTube and things like that that is showing FSD and where it is right now. So I have a car, you know, my 2018 Tesla Model 3 has hardware 3 and it has 12.5.4.2 full self-driving version currently installed, and my wife's Model Y right here has hardware 4 12.5.6.3 currently installed. So what we're gonna do is a quick comparison. We're gonna start off in just a normal little neighborhood and go to Target and back. And then we're gonna take the next car and go to Target and back. And I want you guys to see what the comparisons are. Just kind of look at the video, see if you spot any differences. I will try to communicate and talk through what I'm seeing is different while we're on the road. But yeah, this is not for me to kind of critique too much. I just want you guys to see it, you know, from one instance of the hardware 3 vehicle doing the same route compared to the hardware 4 vehicle. So that is what we're gonna do. This is probably going to be a long one for you guys, but I think it's good information. You know, at this point, hardware 3 is getting kind of left behind. Only 12.5.6.3 with the end-to-end highway is only going to hardware 4 vehicles. I'm assuming it's going to come to hardware 3. That's what they said eventually, but we don't know when. And if you look at X and Tesla AI on their tweet or whatever you want to call it, they haven't really mentioned when it's going to come to hardware 3 vehicles. So at this point, I'm kind of like, I'm confused just as much as you guys are, but at least I have a hardware 4 vehicle that I can test it on. And hopefully when V13 comes out, I could test it on that vehicle as well, because I don't even know if hardware 3 is going to get version 13. So anyway, that's kind of where we at with that. But let's get on the road, and sorry, it's going to be a long one, but let's do this. All right, guys, so you find me in a random neighborhood in my Tesla Model 3 2018 hardware 3 vehicle. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to Target. We're going to see how things are going. I'm not going to do the video on the way back, but let's just, you know, see how how long it takes to get there. It says it's going to take about 12 minutes to get to Target from here. And let's just see how it acts. And so this is going to have a mixture of some roads, some normal, just rural roads, as well as a little bit of highway driving. So let's see what it does. And then we'll take a ride in the hardware 4 vehicle and see if there's any differences that you can spot with the end-to-end highway as well. All right, and let's engage. All right, little jerky jerk. All right, and we're off. All right, so once again, this is full self-driving hardware 3. This is 12.4.2. We have a blinker. We don't necessarily need to put a blinker on. That's just a normal neighborhood turn to the right. So, you know, take that as you wish. All right, we got another blinker. Okay, seems like that may be a hardware 3 thing. I don't see that much hardware 4. So, all right, did a stop. We call it the NHTSA stop because you got to get to 0. Got the left turn blinker on. Okay, we got a full self-driving degraded message because it's very bright outside right now. All right, we're getting into one of the main roads. Stop signs they feel a little smoother on hardware 3, but still not the best. I still would prefer a little bit better. All right, we got a car coming from the right. It's thinking. Okay, go. All right, we went. All right, that was a little undecisive right there. We gotta make a left turn here. It's coming to a complete stop. Stopping a little further back than I would like at the line. So we got a Tesla Model X making a left. All right, go. All right, good job. A little slow for my taste. I mean, California drivers drive a lot faster. So, all right, and we're accelerating pretty good now. All right, this speed limit is 50 on this road, just so you know. It's saying 45, but I believe it's actually 50 if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we're coming to this turn, or this light here. Got the left turn blinker on. For some reason on this light, it seems to turn really slow. We'll see if it does that on this build, but in the past, it's turned really slow on this left turn. So let's see how things go. I thought I knew that person to the left of me was walking the dog. No, that's someone else. So yeah, we're running 12.5.4.2 in the HW3 vehicles, in which we don't know when we're going to get 12.5.6.3. We have no idea. I definitely am looking forward to end-to-end on this car. I've tested on the HW4 vehicle. I will say it seems a little better, but I'm going to let the vehicle show. So for these like long lights and things, I may try to speed it up just to kind of save you guys some time. But all right, got a green light, making a left turn. All right, looking good, pretty good. It didn't go that slow on this build. All right, that's good. Pretty bright. We got a lot of sun light coming through the front camera. So going 48. I'm actually surprised. Typically on this road it goes much slower. Speed limit is 40. We're going 50. Keep that. Okay, you guys saw what happened. You guys saw autopilot our full self driving just crapped out on me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the sun, but yeah, that's what happened. So that's not good. That is not good that it happened. We just started the ride. I honestly can't believe it done. Oh, this guy didn't have a turn blinker on, or turn signal, so I know he was making a left. Yeah, that was odd. Okay, I'm gonna re-engage now. Wow, I wonder why it did that. It was just a normal road. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Like, I mean, the only thing I can say is that the sun was very bright, right in the front of me. So maybe it was just too bright. Okay, we're going 39. There's someone on my butt, so I'm gonna hit the accelerator. I'm sorry, gotta do it because he's like literally like on my ASS in this car. Right now I'm going 45. I'm not gonna try to go any faster than this, 46. I did tap the accelerator just to get a little boost. So I'm not gonna do it like what other people do with the interventions and stuff. I'm just letting you know this is how I feel comfortable. So when I'm actually using FSD, these are the things that I do. Now if someone wasn't behind me, like he's so close, I wouldn't have hit the accelerator. I would have just let it go. But I just really don't like people on my rear so close like that. So he's likely gonna probably get in the left turn lane here and try to speed by. Okay, FSD got in the left turn lane. That is good. Typically it waits a long time to get in that lane, so that's an earlier decision. He's gonna speed by me on the right. That's fine. Yeah, he was riding my tail. So typically what it did in previous builds is that it would make a left, get in the left turn lane like right now or right near the light, like right at the solid line, white line, which is very too late in my opinion. So I'm glad it did it earlier because we have to get in the left lane to get on the highway here. So that's good. It got over pretty quickly. I don't know if okay, a little bit of wonkiness there, but it did it right. Yeah, so I don't know if earlier natural lane changes are in this build or if that's just 12.5.6.3. I don't know. I don't know if I saw it in the release notes, but maybe. But a good left turn to get on the highway here. So you'll see in the HW4 vehicle they have end-to-end now. So they have 3 different profiles that you can adjust while you're on the highway: chill, standard, and hurry. And so we're currently running, I guess, kind of V11 highway stack right now. So not saying this was bad. It was actually pretty good, to be honest. But I did have some issues with missing some exits and things like that. So, but I always thought highway was much better than on the streets. So I think it's even better now with the end-to-end on the HW4 vehicle. But I never thought highway was terrible. Like, not recently. In the past, yeah, it wasn't that good. But now it's much more smoother. You don't really have to worry too much on the highway. I think my anxiety level increases a lot when I'm on the street more so than the highway, just because Tesla kind of started with highway driving, to be honest. This is their bread and butter. So it's not as many things to worry about on the highway other than fast cars. On the street, you got to worry about all the stop lights and stop signs and how smooth and not smooth the stop and all this stuff. Like, there's just so many things, you know, more construction opportunities, things of that nature. So, but yeah, we're riding the, you know, right lane. We have about 1.8 miles to take the exit to get on the road near Target. So shouldn't really need to pass. You can't really go anywhere here, so there's no point in getting in the left lane or the far left lane. Now we'll see what HW4 does. We'll see if the traffic situation is a little unique or different then. But I've seen that car, if you have in a hurry mode, get all the way to the far left and then try to get back over, and you know, I don't really like that. So, you know, but it may be just depending on what kind of setting you have it on. So far so good. A little wonkiness in the beginning, and of course, you know, it said take over immediately for some strange reason. I have no idea, but that, you know, I've seen that happen a lot more frequently in, you know, recent builds. It used to never happen to my car, and now I'm seeing that happen. Like, the computer just craps out on me. So I don't know if that's because they're, you know, trying to push too much into this full self-driving computer. I just don't know. But you saw that was just a normal road. You know, we had a glare, but it's still, you know, for if you wanted to be a full robo-taxi, you can't take over immediately out of nowhere. You know, it may not be a driver. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, we're just cruising. Okay, turn on the right turn signal for some reason. I don't know. That was weird. The turn's not upcoming. It's a little further away, so I don't know why we turned on the right turn signal. We didn't have to get into a different lane. It should be coming up, choosing right fork to stay on route. That's what the screen is saying at the top. Got the blinker on, and getting over a little late. It could have just kind of went straight more into the turn, but you know, whatever, it did it. All right, so Target is a right turn, so it really should be okay. Yep, turn on blinker in the right lane. All right, coming to okay, so if it was me driving, this is just me, I would have stayed in that lane we just were in, because to get to Target, we have to cross over, I think, 4 lanes. So luckily we have a green arrow here. It didn't have to do it. Too slow, very slow. Wow, okay. Cross over 3, okay, cross. See, I wouldn't have done that. Cross. See what I mean? You know, that was unnecessary. A little wonkiness. It kind of seemed like it wanted to get into the far left, and then it just kind of said it just gave up on it. But you see what I mean? It should have kind of planned that a little bit better. It should have stayed in that middle lane, made the right turn, and then it wouldn't have to cross all those lanes. And sometimes these lanes get built up pretty far back. So, you know, I just don't like that when it does those things. You know, just plan a little better. Now, HW4 might be different. We don't know. We'll see. I haven't did this route with HW4 yet. So, and this should be interesting just to see, you know, if the same thing happens. I don't know if it was the sun or what, but I don't know why full self-driving crapped out on this vehicle. So I'm curious to see at that same spot if HW4 is going to do the same thing. That'll be, if it does, that would be very interesting, because that means it's just the software. If it doesn't, then it could have just been a lot of factors. I don't know. All right, we got green arrow. We're going. It's doing really well. I mean, for those that haven't experienced FSD, it's you know, it's definitely a little, you get a little nervous. Okay, it's trying to get in the left lane, because we do have to make a left turn a little bit further away. I mean, yeah, I would have probably did that. All right, let's see. We got a 4-way stop here. We got pedestrians on the right side. They're gonna want to walk. I had to hit the brake because the car was kind of creeping, and I didn't want to just, you know, that. So yeah, that I didn't like. Okay, all right. It just kind of wanted to go. I'm re-engaging here, but it was creeping. I don't know if I captured that on the video, or if you saw it, but they started walking and the car started accelerating, and I didn't want them to feel uncomfortable. So, all right, we're going. I think that truck may have made it first on the right, but who knows? Yeah, I didn't like that interaction with those pedestrians. I don't know. But yeah, we made it to Target. I had to disengage a couple times. All right, we're making a right. Kind of slow, but we did it. Oh, hit strong brake. Don't know why. Strong brake. Okay, let's put on a left turn blinker. Don't know why. But I'm gonna stop it. Oh no, oh no. Okay, we're disengaging. All right, guys. So yeah, we made it to Target. I think the navigation was showing us in a different lane, and I think it was trying to go into that lane, or it was trying to find a parking space, or just pull into a parking spot. Let me know what you think that was. I don't know. That was interesting. All right. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, that was very interesting. It just kind of tried to make a quick left. I mean, only place it could have went is to act like it was parking. So that was kind of wonky. But yeah. So summary wasn't bad, but I did have to. Okay, let's go down the list. First and foremost, watch it Model 3. I had to take over. You know, when it got down the hill, we got the big red sign on the screen saying take over immediately. It could have been because the sun was strong right in the front camera. It could have just been blinded. Who knows? But that's what happened here. So very interesting. I had to take over immediately, so I did that. Then it was a car like riding my tail. We were in a 40 speed limit zone, and I think the car was going relatively slow. It was going about 39 or so when I started seeing that person on my tail. So I tapped the accelerator to go fast, and it gave it a boost. So it went up to about 45, 46 or whatever. And then, you know, it had to cross over the 4 lanes. You know, it did it. I'm not saying it didn't do it, but it could have planned that a little better. And then the pedestrian interaction here, it saw them on the right, but it didn't highlight them blue, which is why I turned, or I hit the brake, because it started accelerating even though they started walking. And typically it would highlight them a darker color, or gray or something, to kind of let the user know that it sees them and it's going to interact with them. But it didn't do that. So just to make them comfortable, and it was a child with them, I didn't want to startle them or anything like that. So I purposely hit the brake, and that made me comfortable. And then we got into the parking lot. I don't know what it was trying to do. I thought it was going to go all the way to the front of the store, but it kind of just hit a left out of nowhere. And I think it was trying to park. I don't know what it was trying to do, but I stopped it there. But overall, highway wise, it was okay. For the most part, it was okay. But that takeover immediately and the pedestrian interaction could have been much better, especially the takeover. I don't know. So that was Hardware 3, 12.5.4.2. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, let's move on to Hardware 3. I'm gonna let this car pass me first. That's behind me, and then we're gonna engage and we're gonna get going before it gets too dark. All right, we got a Mercedes coming. All right, let's get going. Wheels turning. All right, it's not moving. I'm gonna give it 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna hit the blinker. Okay, it finally went. All right, that was different. And we're off. This is Hardware 4. This is the latest and greatest right now until version 13 come out. So let's see how it does. All right, we got pedestrians in the street. Did okay. Now this first right turn, it's just a street, but Hardware 3 did turn on the right turn signal. So let's see if Hardware 4 does the same thing. No turn signal. So that seems like that's a Hardware 3 thing. And that's what I thought it was, or it was just addressed in this new build. Who knows? But it seems like it happens more with Hardware 3 than Hardware 4 these days. Turn signal. Oh no, that's the left turn signal. So yeah, it didn't do the right turn signal like my car. Very smooth stop at the stop sign, complete stop, and making a left turn. Not too shabby. Pretty good so far. Starting off strong, Hardware 4. Don't let us down. You're the latest and greatest. This is going to determine who's going to get a used Hardware 3 vehicle or a new Hardware 4 vehicle. All right, coming to a left, got Model Y turning. All right, creeping, and we're going. Way more decisive than before, but we didn't have a car coming like before either, so keep that in mind. Turn left signal on once more. Sun is setting a little bit more than before. All right, we got a car decision making right here. We're coming to a complete stop, and we're going. Oh. I'm tapping accelerator because he said I can go. All right, car was gonna wait for him. That wasn't the best interaction. I think he jumped because he saw I was coming to the complete stop, and he didn't do a complete stop. He did, you know, kind of the normal, you know, you stop, slow down, and, you know, you just slow down and you keep going kind of stop. So he was gonna go, and then he told me to go, but the car wasn't going, so I tapped the accelerator. So that was me. All right, we're getting the left turn lane just like before. Yeah, it's just the awkwardness. It makes, you know, it was doing okay. I think it just would have allowed him to go, but I purposely saw him wave. The car can't read that, so it was gonna stop. I didn't feel it moving or inching forward in any way, so I, you know, took that upon myself to just just to hit the accelerator and go, since he waved me down. All right, good left turn, crossed over. Huh, that was different. It made the left turn, and there's 2 left turn lanes there, so technically if it was another car in the right turn lane, that would have been bad. So I don't know if it would have did that if there was a car. We don't know. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know why it did that. It didn't have to get in this lane. All right, so glare is gone in this road again. We're in a different lane as well, but this is where my car said take over immediately. I'm not seeing that happen. All right, we got past it. So yeah, interesting. It could have been the sun. I don't know, but if it was the sun, that's a bad thing, because how you're gonna have robo-taxi and we can't deal with bright sunlight? That's, you know, stopping a little behind the line. I don't like that much, but not bad. Pretty smooth stop. Can't complain too much on that. All right, no car behind me, so I'm just gonna let this rock. So far at this point, I tapped the accelerator on the other car as well, and I tapped it here because of an interaction with another pedestrian or vehicle. But we didn't get the takeover immediately. But here's another issue right now that I'm hoping gets addressed in Horror 4 as well as Horror 3, is that this is where the guy was on my tail. And this is why I hit the accelerator before, because he was on my tail. This is a speed limit 40 zone, and we're going 35. Now, if I was driving here, I would likely be going about 45, because that's how most drivers drive on this road. Let me know what you think. I think this is too slow, because no one drives 36 on this road. And when you do drive this way, it pisses off a lot of people. Not saying you're breaking the law or anything, but, you know, it's just the awkwardness. So light turn green, we can continue there. We do have a car coming up on our rear, going faster, of course. So we're going 38 and a 40. You know, not bad, just would prefer it to go a little faster. So that's why I'm hoping that the speed offset that end-to-end has with the different speed profiles changes. So now we're going 40, cars on my rear. Okay, he's making a left turn, so we're good. Last time my car got in the left turn lane pretty quickly. It got in turn lane right now. Okay, Horror 4 is not getting in the left turn lane right now, so that's interesting. Now this is what the old versions used to do in my car, where it would take, okay, so it got a little further before it wanted to get in the lane. Not bad. But if it was a lot of cars, I would prefer it to go as early as possible. Car, all right, right turn. Okay, it didn't even slow down or anything for that truck. Pretty good. It didn't freak out or nothing. All right, we're coming to a stop at this red light. You know, while I'm making this, guys, let me know if you guys like these videos. You know, this is something different. I don't usually do this because a lot of people already do this, but, you know, for my viewers specifically, if you want my opinion on different versions, let me know, and I'll do something like this in the future. But, you know, I find this interesting, so, and I haven't done this route with both of the cars, so I figured this would be a good idea to let you guys know how it went. So light turn green, we're making the left turn on the highway, and we're off. So now you see up on the top left corner we have standard here. If you noticed in Horror 3, you didn't see that when we approached the highway, because this has end-to-end neural highway driving now, with speed profiles. So I can put in a standard, I can put in hurry with this scroll button. It's in hurry, put on a turn signal, went over. I'm gonna put in hurry for now just to see what it does. But yeah, smooth. Okay, kept the turn signal on, got in the middle lane. Very smooth, very confident. All right, traffic is not, I don't think, as bad as it was before. So there's actually a faster lane. It's choosing to go 72. I'm okay with this. I'm not, you know, It doesn't need to go faster. I just want you to go above the speed limit for the most part. Don't slow other vehicles down. But very smooth. Something different though, as converting to neural net or end-to-end highway, is that it didn't go to the, or kind of get into the left side of the lane when it was approaching that truck on the side of that truck. The old V11 used to purposely move to the far side of the lane that it's in to kind of get away from trucks like that. End-to-end highway is not doing that. It didn't seem like it did that, but it may have swerved a little bit, but it wasn't like it used to be. So take that as you will. We're in the middle lane. If it was me, I would probably get in the right turn lane. We got 1.4 miles and there's no traffic in the right lane, so it really doesn't make sense to be in the middle lane, because we do have a turn coming up. But let's see how close it gets before it wants to get into the right lane. But overall, doing good so far. Got that one interaction, but that's it. Pretty smooth. It's definitely much smoother than my car. I can already feel it. It's very smooth and turning and signaling. And all right, we're getting in the right turn lane. We have 0.7 miles to the exit, so pretty good. All right, we got a car approaching though, on the on-ramp. What is it gonna do? Is it gonna slow down for this car? It should. Okay, all right, it slowed down. Good job. Nice and smooth slow down. Okay, it's getting a little close. All right, it's hitting the brake a little more now. Okay, not too bad. That was fine. I'm not complaining about it. Let's see what we're gonna take this exit. Let's see if it chooses to get in that right turn lane again. All right, we got the turn signal on. We got to take this exit. All right, that exit was much more smoother. It didn't kind of go to the left and then jerk to the right. It was very smooth. All right, went right over to the right. Didn't turn on the signal. That's fine. I'm okay with that because it was kind of a lane that just opened, so I'm okay with that. Now I would prefer if it stayed in this lane. Okay, it's doing it again. Same thing. I don't like that because now we have a car in our left lane and to the left of us that's turning right as well. So it's gonna have to kind of consider that car. Now this is a turn on right on red. Now that car didn't stop. It just went. It rode it. My car is not going. You see that? I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna let it sit here. But there's no reason why it shouldn't be going. This is a turn on red. You don't have to stop here. Car to the left of me is also stopping. It's inching, but it's not going. Now, if someone's behind me, they'd probably be pissed off. But I could hit the accelerator and make it go, but I'm not going to do it because I want to see if it can get these lanes. Now, these lanes are getting backed up. Can it get over, cross? Okay, we got the green. It went first, so that gives it a head start. It can make, okay, it went right over. Very confident. Much more confident than the last car. Now, it's going a little slow. It could have made this turn. I don't know if it's going to make it with how fast it's going. Okay, it's going to go. It's going to make it. All right, we're making a left. Crossed over the line a little bit. Don't like that much. Not the turning lane. Oh, wrong. Okay, it corrected itself. That's not good. My car, the HW3 car didn't do that. You saw that, guys. Now it's trying to get in the left lane, but yeah, that was weird. Wow. You see this? Like they just act differently sometimes. It's wild. I just did the same. Okay, it went forward. All right, it's gonna have to get in the left lane. It's gonna cross 2 lanes. Has to. All right, it's doing a little. It's doing it very smooth. Oh, nice Taycan. Nice. All right, it should go. Nice. That was a good 4-way stop. I like that. Let's see what it's gonna do when we get in this parking lot. All right, it turned into the right lane. That's good. All right, it should be turning right here. All right, it went to the next one this time. Okay, so this is the one where I thought it was gonna go before. All right, made the turn. And okay, so it seems like that was what my car wanted to do, but it turned too soon. So this one looks like it's trying to get to the front of target. So yeah, very smooth. I mean, it did it. Got me here. I didn't touch. Okay, I'm trying to watch these pedestrians. Keep my hand on the wheel. It's slowing down. Kind of watching. It's very protective right now. I'm going to take over. It said navigation is complete, so I'm going to take over here. Alrighty, guys, that was it. Oh, I'm going to let these guys go. That was hardware 4 for you. Interesting. They're both running two separate software or different softwares, as you know. This is 12.5.6.3. Yeah, it did it what it did right. It did it very smoothly, and it was very confident. I will give that. Highway, very great, very smooth. Turn lanes, everything was spot on. So let's pull into a spot over here and do a quick little summary here. That was interesting. Wow, man, it's just, you can tell they're trained differently a little bit. Like, they're not the exact same, because you see that when you do the same route with different cars running similar software, it makes different decisions, and it's weird why it does that. It's not perfect, and you if it's trained on the same neural net, you want it to be perfect where it does the same thing every time, and it doesn't do that. But honestly, I would say hardware 4 drove better. It was much more smoother on this build. But let's go down the list. First, when we get out the neighborhood, no turn signals, everything was great. When it did need to turn, hit the turn signals, it was very smooth, very confident. When it had that first vehicle interaction at that three-way stop, it was some confusion there. I think the other person jumped it when it was thinking about going, because I believe we got there first. I had to check the footage. I believe we got there first, but they tried to do a roll stop, and then it caused some confusion, and then they waved me down to go. And so I hit the accelerator. I didn't disengage, but I hit the accelerator to make it go. So that was one interaction. On that road, the rural road, it still was going a little slow for my taste. I'm definitely hopeful that they bring the speed profiles to lower speed limits on roads, so that it at least goes, if not the speed limit, a little faster than the speed limit. Getting on the highway, everything was smooth. Got on the highway, kept the turn signal on and got into the middle lane. That was good. Yeah, I think everything went fine. The only things I don't like, and that was consistent with hardware 3 and 4, is that it chose to get into that right turn lane coming, close to target, and then it had to cross 4 lanes. That's just not good planning. I want them to fix that. Like, it really needs to understand what is planning, and how to do better, so that you don't have to make those crazy maneuvers like that. Because if I was driving, I wouldn't have had to do that. I would have turned in the furthest left lane, so I can make the left turn that was coming up in the future. So it doesn't make sense to get in the far right, and then you get in the far right, you can turn on red, and it chose not to turn on red. So that was interesting. So I just don't like that on my car or this car. And then when we made that left turn at the light, a little slow, crossed over the dotted line, but then it got into the right turn lane, and then it corrected itself, turned the left turn signal on, and got into the correct lane. And then it needed to cross over 2 lanes again, similar to what it did with hardware 3. So yeah, very interesting. Yeah, good drive. I'm glad I did this. I think it was very interesting. I hope you guys found it interesting as well. So that is all we have. I just wanted to get this out for you guys, just so you can get a quick comparison. I'm gonna monitor and see, what happens with hardware 3, if they're gonna bring out this software for hardware 3 vehicles in the future. I don't know. I honestly don't know. They did say V13 will be coming by the end of the year. It's already mid-November, so I assume they're focused on hardware 4 and getting V13 out now at this point. So when V13 come out, which should have the functionality of reversing, parking, unparking, what really makes full self driving, that's going to be very interesting to compare. So I may do this same route with V13 to see if it's any better. I'm really hoping for continued smoothness, but better planning or route planning and better decision making. That is what I'm looking for in these future builds. As well as, it's going to have to start reading signs. It's going to have to start understanding what emergency vehicles are. It's a lot of things that this software can't do, but I know it's going to get there. But, I've been testing this software for about 3 years or so, 3-4 years. It's definitely much better, but it's so much they still got to learn and it has to learn. So that is all. Sorry if this is too long for you guys. I know other people may have even longer videos, so sorry about that, but I thought this was good information for you guys. I live in California, so some people say that it's they test it out here in California, and so it's not as good elsewhere. But I don't, in my area, I don't have that experience. I think when it's good, but it still makes mistakes. It makes mistakes. It doesn't matter if you're on the East Coast, West Coast, South, wherever, it makes mistakes. So that's what I have for you guys. I want to thank you guys. If you made it this far, thank you for watching this video. And until the next one, I will talk to you all later. Peace.